synthetic division can only be used when it's a 1 in front. X minus r or x plus 4. So if this said 3x minus 2, you cannot use this method. If this said 7x plus 4, you cannot. This has to be a plain old x, like 1x. All right, go ahead and get this problem down, and then we'll solve it. All right, so the first step, and a lot of this is like memorizing this process. There's no real reason behind this besides this is a cool way to do it. You're gonna take your -2 and you're gonna switch it. So switch, meaning we're gonna write it as a +2. Give myself a little more space. Now I need you to put this in like a little half box like that. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the coefficients and we're going to write them across. So everyone put your eyes on me for 1 second. There's a 4 here, so I put a 4 here. There's a 5 here, so I put a 5. Notice how this is an x cubed, x squared. Is there an x term here? No, so we're gonna put a what, do you think?
0.
Yep, 0. So we've got our x cubed term, our x squared, our x would be the 0, and then we're gonna put an 8. And then I want you to put a space. I want there to be space to write numbers right here. All right, so let's just recap. All we've done so far is take this number and switch it and put it in a box. Then we wrote the 4, 5, the 0, and the 8. The 0 came from the fact that we went from an x cubed, x squared. We're missing an x term. And we have a number. All right, here we go. First step here is going to be to drop down the 4. Okay, next step is going to be to do 4 times the thing in your box, which is 4 times 2, which is 8. And I put that answer right here. Okay, now I add down. 8 plus 5 is 13. So I'm gonna put a 13 here. Now I'm gonna do 13 times what? 2. Yeah. 13 times 2 is 26. Add these down, and I get 26. Now I do 26 times 2, and that's 52, right?
Yes.
Add these down, and I get 60. Go ahead and put that in a box. Okay, now we have the answer, we just have to figure out how to write it. So whatever this is, if this is an x cubed, you're gonna go down 1 level. So this is, our answer is gonna start with an x squared. So like that's a 3, we go down 1. So then I'm gonna take my 4, and my answer is gonna be a 4x squared plus a 13x. See, I'm going down from 2 to 1. Plus 26. And then this is my remainder. So any ideas how we're going to write the remainder? Exactly. Plus 60 divided by my x minus 2. And that's your final answer. Could you have done that the long way? Yes. Can you? Sure. So with synthetic division, take the minus 2, switch it to 2. Write 4, 5, 0, and 8. 4, 5, 0, and 8. Drop down your first number. 4 times 2 is 8. Add these. 13 times 2 is 26. Add these. 26 times 2 is 52. Add these. Then your final answer is 1 degree less than this. So a 4x squared plus a 13x plus 26, and then that's your remainder. That's a lot for the first example. I feel like once we do a couple more, you'll be like, okay, I got this now. All right, let's do another problem. There she is up there. If you want to ignore me and try this problem on your own, you can. If you feel like you need to watch me do another one, you can watch me. All right. So I'm going to take this minus 5 and change it to a 5. And then this number in front here is an imaginary 1. And this is perfect because it's going from squared to x to number. So we don't have any zeros on this problem. It's just going to be a 1, 3, and minus 40. Okay, I'm going to draw my line. Drop down to 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Negative 40 plus 40 is 0. So this one has no remainder. So my final answer is going to be an x plus 8. Because I'm going 1 degree less than the 2, and that'll be an x. 1x plus 8. Like this or dislike this? I usually have like a class that's like long division, and then I have other classes that are like synthetic division. Are you guys like eh and eh? Or are you eh?
I probably like long division more now since I know more.
That makes sense. It's like you're more comfortable with it. But notice that we can only do synthetic division because of the 1x here. If it was 5x, we can't do this method. All right. I am going to ask you to watch me on this one just because I think we're just going to call it quits after this and then start our practice. But help me a little bit. What number am I going to put in the box? Yep. Because we do the opposite of minus 4. Now this goes 3, 2, 1, 0 perfectly, so help me write the numbers across.
1,
Uh-huh.
negative 7,
Yeah.
8,
Yeah.
22.
Bingo. Draw my line. What do I do with my first number? Drop it down. Okay, so then I go 1 times 4 is 4. Then I add these two numbers and I get negative 3. What do I do with negative 3? Yep, times 4. That's minus 12. 8 plus a minus 12. That's a negative 4. Negative 4 times 4 is minus 16. 22 minus 16 is 6, right? Okay, so we go 1 degree down. This is a cube, so this is gonna be a 1x squared, or in this case, a 1n squared, minus 3n, minus 4, plus a remainder of 6 over n minus 4. There we are. All right, we have in class until 9:07, so you have 6 minutes to start your homework. So you're going to the page that says 7 on it. And I do think you have a shot at finishing this. I'll put the answers up while you're working. Number 7.